8 red flags in women you should never ignore. How many of you out there have been in the talking stage with a new chick? Things seem to be moving smooth, but then you start catching whiffs of some behaviors or patterns that just don't sit right. Little red flags start popping up left and right that make you go, hold up, something ain't right here. Maybe at first you try to analyze it away or make excuses like, nah, I'm tripping, she's not really like that. But if you're truthful with yourself, King, you know what your gut's been telling you. This chick's giving you more than enough signs that she's not culinary wifey material. From constantly having sketchy male friends in her DMs, shooting her shots, to obvious deeper rooted daddy issues that have been trapped in son-husband cycle from day one, all the way to flat under 5 vulgarity and disgraceful attitude. About presenting herself as a lady, red flags have been there, staring you in the face. But did you have the decency and discipline to hear these warning signs and cut off early before getting too invested? Or did you, like too many guys out there, put on blinders and ignore the writing on the wall just to get some temporary action? Well, if the latter sounds like you, then you need to pull up and get ready to take some notes, because in today's exposure I'm laying out 8 of the most clarifying red flags that separate the modern life little thugs from the kings who understand female nature and withhold their stance from dividends. Number 1, lots of male friends. We all have heard this line too many times, oh, he's just a friend, we're like brother and sister. Let me stop you right there, because that's crap. The truth is, heterosexual men and women cannot be real, platonic friends for any extended period of time. There's always uncreative sexual tension, urges, and companions that invariable get mixed in, no matter how flatty they try to deny it. So if a chick you're talking to seems to have a world tux full of hunger guy friends that she's constantly giving her emotional intimacy and attention to, take a massive step back. What seems to be her real motivation factor for keeping all of these thirsty dudes in her orbit? Is she using them for validation and ego stroke, keeping them as stepper tires in case her main thing falls through? Or does she just get some kind of purse satisfaction out of all these masculine openers paying after her while going nowhere? Whatever the reason, that many opposite sex friends dominate a profound neediness for masculine attention and terribly set boundaries. If shows some level of manipulation or game plan are going on, where she seamlessly wants to exploit those dudes' interest while keeping them at arm's length. Number 2, obsessive daddy issues. This is one of these red flags that's pretty self-explanatory yet still bears discouraging. If notice clear daddy issues signals coming from a girl like major insecurity and approval seeking from older males, or the class that are constantly trashing her dad. Proceed with caution. Again, we're not talking about normal father-daughter stuff here. We all have some kind of issues from our parents and upbringings. But when those father complex beings so clarifying that they're coloring all of her romantic relationships, that's a big waving red banner. Girls with several daddy issues often sincerely seek out partner surrogates for the emotional and available dad they never had, which means constantly repeating dysfunctional relationship patterns and find themselves unsatisfied situations over and over again. Not a healthy foundation for lasting love. Number 3, an extensive sexual past. Yes, we're going there with these red flags because a woman's sexual past is obviously does matter. Now, no matter how much a modern world of hookup culture, sex positive, you go girlfriend and tries to gaslight you into thinking it's an irrelevant non-factor. At the end of the day, factors are facts. The more sexual partner a woman has, the harder it becomes for her to bear a bond in a deeply intimate, monogamous, committed relationship. Now, I'm not talking about shaming the average girl who had some casual fun in her late teens, early 20s before settling down. We all know virginity marriage is unrealistic expectation these days. But there's a massive difference between the typical promiscuous phase lots of people go through and being outright certified thought. I'm talking about the chicks who typically body counts before age 25, the ones who treat their vaginas as a date factory urban rental since they were first got guts. Women like that have early rewarded and downsized their brains, dopamine raptors through present overload and overly got hybrid to constant sex surveyor and dopamine, feigning degree of validation. So even if they wanted to, they become incapable of feeling that deeper intimacy investment that serious relationship required. Number 4, her friend group is wiring. They say you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. With that in mind, take a good look at the company that girl keeps, because her friend group can be a huge red flag or a big green flag. If her core circle seems to be a revolving door of ratchet chicks who are all about chasing clout, partying way too hard, and just living impulsively and rapidly, overall that's probably not the crowd you want wilding up and bringing around your future family. family. As a man with any sense of purpose and direction, dialoguing those kinds of family friend circles needs to be a top priority. Because at the end of the day, you become the company you keep, and getting wifed up to some chick who's inbound with the level of ratchetity is a quick path generalization curses getting passed down to your seed. Number 5, she's an extreme fangirl. This one is honestly just kind of weird and off-putting. You know it when you see it because major fangirl behavior sticks out like a sore thumb. We're talking girls who structure their whole personality and existence around worshiping certain celebrities, musicians, influencers, whatever. Maybe she's just an entire room in the apartment decked out with too much colorment of Harry Styles, Shine, and merch, or she's freaks out over celebrity encounters and autographers like a 13-year-old at a boy band concert. It's all just a little too intense and dull now for a well-rounded, secure adult woman. At best, it's an immature phase that she'd grow out of. At worst, she's a sign she's no stable sense of self or standing outside these strange manufacturer personality relationship. Either way, no ideal girlfriend material if you ask us. Number 6, she's always putting you down or mocking you. Does she pick up at your constant nagging you in ways that are framed as just jokes? Does she banter in a way that she doesn't feel totally playful or radical by local puts you down and shames you? If so, that's a huge red flaming flag to abort mission. Occasional light teasing between partners is normal and healthy. It's just how we keep each other humble and laughing, but mockery is the bores on constant disrespect and hostility is not cool, no matter how she tries to spin it. A good relationship is built on mutual care, consideration, and emotional safety above all else. If a woman can't provide that foundation of respect and adoration for you as a person, it's not going to work long term. End of story. Number 7, she deeply needs to be the center of attention. We all met that girl, the one who has to be the hot commodity in any room, any gathering. If all eyes aren't on her, sucking up that validation from the entire crowd, she's going into a spiral of neediness and insecurity. Maybe it's showing up to parties in the most outrageous, revealing get being the loudest one at the table, demanding everyone to look at her, staring low-key conflicts and drama just to be at the center of all of it. Whatever the merchants is that relentless needs to be the main event screams consistency and self-esteem issues. A health partner should be confident enough to let you shine, sometimes without feeling threatened or deeply seeking the spotlight. If the fragile ego requires the level of constant examination and clothing, it's not going to be very chill. Dramatic, my friends. Number 8, out of control filth. Last but certainly not least, the filth by filth it will not necessarily mean just by causing like a sailor every other sentence. A certain level of solid language here and there is no big deal, but when a girl's whole vibe and assist comes across a dirty, lazy vigor, that's her rap. Whatever the clothes she wears that seem purposefully trashy, the way she speaks obviously zero filter about graphic sexual matters or just the general ire, a discernment she'll give off. Bottom line, undefend the unbecoming. Calls old-fashioned, but a describable woman should be able to carry herself with at least a baseline of class destruction and femininity. Even as the modern times get more and more coarse, a certain level of grateful democracy contract should still be there. No thank you on the porn star adjustment energy form. Alright guys, that's all we got for you on the 8 flags in women you need to watch out for. Hopefully this was an eye-opening reality check for some of you simps out there who have been putting up warm word behavior and making excuses. At the end of the day, you deserve better than to waste your time and emotion and energy on ratchet chicks who clearly have issues. Whoever the inability to set boundaries with orbiters, serve daddy issues driving them to damage relationships, or just an overall lack of self-respect, don't settle for the nonsense. A real woman carries herself with dignity and brings positive energy into your life. Anything less than that, and you're selling yourself short, king. Have some standards. Don't forget to like, share the video, let me know in the comments below what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next video, alright? Bye.